Have you ever wondered how when you see people in public, maybe they're in their 40s, maybe they're 50s, 60s, maybe they're 80s, and they're extremely fit and healthy. They look like they're full of life, they're on top of their game, and they're absolutely crushing it in all areas, health, fitness, probably mindset as well. In today's training, it's exactly what we're going to cover here today. I'm going to share with you guys these 7 skills of the fittest people over 40. Now, jumping straight into it. So, number one is mastering consistency. One thing that we always get wrong when it comes to weight loss, fitness, working on a new goal, dream, whatever it may be, is that we look at consistency in the worst way possible. A lot of us think that consistency means we need to go from 0 to 100, right? We need to stop sitting on the couch every single day, eating Pop Tarts, watching YouTube, and we need to start going to the gym every single day because that's what the guy on YouTube is doing, or that's what the girl is doing on Instagram who's coaching her clients, is that they work out every day, do tons of cardio, and that's what you should be doing as well. That is a amazing recipe for disaster. And the reason why is because oftentimes if we're just starting out on any new endeavor, we have to start in a place where we suck, right? We start from zero and we have to build up the capacity to be able to handle the things as we go. So by trying to train like a bodybuilder overnight, when you may have not ever exercised before, not consistently exercised before over the years, we're really setting ourselves up for disaster because we're not prepared to handle that load yet. We need to start at our own pace and then build up off that. So the first one, though, the master is mastering consistency. And what I always suggest to anybody starting their fitness and health journey or anything is when it comes to your fitness and health specifically, 3 times a week is all you need if you do it right. 3 times a week of working out is all you need if you do it right. Even after 40, 50, 60, I've had a client lose over 100 pounds in 6 months, and they worked out 3 times a week in their basement for about 30 to 40 minutes a session. So it's super doable. So the first piece, though, is mastering consistency. And what I would suggest here is keeping your mind to show up no matter how it looks. What that means is that some days you might be sore. Some days you might be super stressed out after work or super tired because you didn't sleep last night because maybe your kids or baby kept you up all night. Show up anyways. The true meaning of consistency is not going every day and going 110% crushing it. No, consistency just means that you just showed up. You said you were going to do it and you showed up and you did it. And that's where the trust, the confidence, and the momentum gets built. Every day I work out every single day, and not every single day is a great workout. Some days I go and I give it 50%. Some days I go and get it 150%. But the biggest piece behind it is that I go no matter what. Either if I'm super sad, if I only have 10 minutes that day, whatever it may be, I go and I work out for at least 30 minutes, but I go and I at least make sure I get it done no matter what, because that's the promise I said. That's what's written on my calendar. So it must be getting done. So I do not disrespect myself and slide down a slippery slope of bad habits. So that's the first one, is mastering consistency. The second one, which ties into consistency, is focusing on protein as much as possible. The fittest people over 40, they focus on protein. When they go out to a restaurant to eat, they focus on getting the protein in. When they go shopping for groceries, they make sure they get their protein. When it comes to making their meal, protein is always on the mind. You want to make protein literally your best friend, like your bed. You love your bed, you can't wait to sleep. Make protein the same way. You can't wait to eat it. You love to see it. You love to cook it up because it does so much good for you. And by that simple habit, that simple skill that you can develop of eating protein consistently, being focused on it, you're going to build a better body. You're going to keep full longer, and you're going to automatically make better food choices when eating. So that's number two, is protein as the main focus. And then number three is being in tune with your body. What I mean by being in tune with your body is listening to what your body's telling you. Is it telling you that you need to go a little easier in the gym today? Is it telling you that you can lift a little bit more weight today? Is it telling you that maybe you need to go for a walk because you have so much energy built up and you're stressed out that you need to go release it through a walk? Is your body telling you that it needs more sleep? The people who are the fittest over 40 and who are super consistent long term are the ones who are in tune with their body. They actually listen to their body. They know what it needs and what it doesn't need. Same thing with food, right? A lot of us, we give into the psychological craving and we give in the food and we give in the sugar and we eat it. And then we feel so crappy in our stomachs after. But if we're focused only on the taste, we won't acknowledge how crappy we feel after. But we focus on how that tune in our body, how we feel, we're less likely going to want those foods over and over again because we're in tune of how it's actually making us feel, right? Nobody likes being overeaten one night, being bloated, gassy the next day, stuck on the toilet, not feeling good, right? Really suck in that feeling, get in tune with that feeling. It'll make you want it less. And that leads me to number 4 is that the most fittest people after 40 are very in tune with their emotional state. Okay. They don't make decisions based off their emotional state. I don't feel like going to the gym today, so I'm not going to go to the gym today. I will tell you right now, I would never have accomplished my dream body, abs, a six pack, whatever it may be, if I was always listening to my emotions. Okay, because my emotions will never get me to where I want to go, because where I want to go involves sometimes disciplined actions. Sometimes it's going to involve things that I don't always want to do, right? Sometimes I don't want to go work out my legs, or I don't want to, maybe I don't want to prep that meal because I'm tired on a Sunday night. But again, my emotions will never get me to where I want to go. So instead, what I do is I try to set up my future self up for success. How can I set up the tomorrow me for success? What can I do to make him have a huge smile on his face? And oftentimes that's taking action right now, prepping the coffee, prepping the meals, getting the workout done, getting the sleep on time, all those little things to make sure I'm set up for success tomorrow. But a lot of us, what we do is we rely on our emotional state. Well, I'm actually kind of tired today, so I skipped the gym. Well, didn't you say that you want more energy? Well, then get your butt in the gym, right? Because your body is a reflection of your actions and your habits. So that's the next one, is having control of your emotional state and doing the work anyways, even when you don't feel like doing it. Find the joy in defeating yourself. Who's yourself? It's that limiting voice in the back of your mind that is pulling you down when you're trying to go up. The more that we give into that emotional state, the more we're giving into the devil. Okay. The more we're giving into what we don't want long term, and instead short term, right? You don't want to be fit or unfit, unhealthy, have no energy and no confidence. But the action of not showing up to the gym when you said you're going to because you're tired out, you're taking the actions to get exactly what you don't want. So that leads me into number 5, and that is the next skill, the 5th skill of the fittest people over 40 is that they know how to handle their stress. We should be taught how to handle stress in literally in school, in elementary school. Because a lot of us, what we do with stress is that we get all the stress in our body, we bundle it all up, okay? We deal with it for years and years and years, and then we explode or a breakdown, or we release stress through the most worst, unhealthiest ways. Comfort eating is the first one. Staying up late, self-sabotaging, staying on your phone, right? Trying to buy back your alone time. All these little things, but a huge one is comfort eating. I had a horrible day today, so I'm going to stop at the fast food and eat. It's going to temporarily make you feel good because that's what carbs do. Your brain, it literally connects and it helps you feel better. But what happens after? It's the guilt train, right? The guilt trip. And then it leads to worse actions after, which we don't want. That's a whole nother topic, to not ever feel guilty, even if we do mess up. So that's the next one, though, is handling stress properly. And the easiest way I do it, and what one of my old mentors, Dan Martello, would always say is exhaust the body so you can tame your mind. If you're stressed out, if you're overwhelmed, move your body. Go for a walk, go for a run. Just do one set of push-ups until failure and watch how good you feel after. Of course, other things that you can do, right, to regulate your stress hormone, your cortisol, don't overdo it on the caffeine. Make sure you're sleeping enough at night. Make sure you're breathing properly, not into your chest as much. Breathe more into your stomach. Fill your stomach, the bottom of your lungs first. Control your breathing. All those little steps, excuse me, can help us manage stress. And the last thing I'll share with you, if you're over 40, which I share with a lot of my clients, and they're like, whoa, I didn't even recognize that, is where is fun in your calendar? Is fun included in your calendar? If you're complaining or unhappy because you're always stressed out and not having fun in life, where's fun in your calendar? That's one action step I would suggest after watching today's training or listening to today's training is to add fun into your calendar every single week. Okay, now let's move on to number 6, and that is, we'll call it food enough knowledge. Okay, we'll say food enough knowledge. And that means that you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to have your certifications in nutrition to lose weight. No, you just need to know about how the calories work. Start with there, right? If you eat less calories than what your body burns on a daily basis, which is your BMR, your metabolism, if you eat less calories than what your body burns on a daily basis, then you will lose weight because your body will grab it, those stored deposits of fat, right? If I have that fat on my hips, but I don't eat enough today, my body's going to go and convert that fat into energy so I can function normally. And that's how it works. So the fittest people, they understand that process and they focus on it. So that way they realize that, like, hey, I am not fat. I am not fat. I'm not this person. This is not connected to me emotionally. No, I just have fat on my body. I have excess energy on my body that needs to be used up. And that's how we look at it. So then it's like, if I want to lose 30 pounds, well, I just got to cut back these calories and eat less calories so my body can use up this excess energy for fuel instead of the new fuel that I would be bringing in through eating other foods. So that's number 6, is understanding food properly. If you want to better understand your food, you can message me on Instagram at coach.hayward is my Instagram. Message me macro, and I'll send you a free copy of my ebook on exactly how to understand your macros, your calories for weight loss, the whole 9 yards if you want to lose weight, if you want to get your health on track. Now, the 7th one of the 7 skills of the fittest people over 40, the 7th one is they have a growth mindset. Okay. In life, even before, like up to the age of 7, your mind's wide open. After that, it becomes kind of closed, and we kind of live based off programs in our minds. And if you grow up your whole life and you've always been a dieter, if you've always done like the Weight Watchers or like the quick fixes and stuff like that, and it's never really worked long term, personal opinion. If you've done these things, it's never worked long term. You might have a belief that, like, I can't lose weight. I've always been bigger boned. My body isn't built for weight loss. I don't look good under this number. These are all truths that we make up, right? Truths that we make up that are only true to us, but are not true in reality. And we live by these stories that we tell ourselves, and it creates more and more of our reality, even if we don't want it. So the key here is having a growth mindset to understand that we can continuously grow and change. And a lot of it starts with our beliefs. And the most fittest people I know are the ones who invest into their health, right? We're so easy to go spend $400 shopping at the store, but when it comes to buying something, supplements for $100 a month, or to spend on that gym membership, however much that might be, or getting a coach or someone to help us with our goals, we're immediately turned off from it because it's not normal, right? It's scary. And naturally, we don't like to step into fear because it's outside of our comfort zone. And that means our brain's automatically going, this is scary. We don't know if we're going to live. This might be death past this area. So we try to keep in our comfort zone. But the most fittest people I know and the clients I've served, and anybody over 40 who is fit will tell you, you have to have a growth mindset. You have to invest into your health, your fitness, because where your energy goes, and energy can be in a form of money, time, emotion, whatever it may be, where your energy flows is where the results flow as well in your life. So if you're not putting much energy into your health and fitness, reflect on it. Are you fit and healthy right now, or are you dealing with some complications, low confidence, whatever it may be? And that is the 7 skills of the most fittest people over 40. If you guys like today's programming, make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. And I just started up my brand new podcast, actually, The Dream with Caden Hayward. It's released on working on getting on Apple Podcast right now, so it should be out, and also Spotify as well. So I'd love if you can subscribe there. That'd be perfect. And if you guys have any more questions, you can always follow me on Instagram at coach.hayward for more daily goodies. And I'm right here to serve you. and help you become your absolute best self. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Here we go.